So, in this money mindset challenge, I want you to do an exercise where you are going to have a conversation with money. I want you to imagine that you are in a crowded bar or a restaurant or a concert venue or wherever it is, maybe even, no, somewhere public, right? And money walks through the door, right? And for me, I had this imagination of a $100 bill, and she's got long legs and she's wearing heels, and she is just like glamorous, right? And imagine that money walks through the door, and notice how you feel. Do you avoid it? Do you see people clamoring to it, like, oh my god, let me take your picture, let me, oh my god, I have to have you, like, let me get a piece of you, like? Or is it just that, like, money walks in the room and everybody, and like no one could know, no one would even know she existed, right? But notice what happens for you emotionally in your body when you see money come through the door, right? And does it make you sad? Does it make you jealous? Does it make you resentful? Does it make you want to, like, turn to your friend and gossip about, like, oh my god, I can't believe she's wearing those shoes? Ask yourself, what what are your thoughts around money, right? What is the relationship that you have with money? And I will say to you, this for me was one of the most powerful exercises that I have ever done, and I continue to do, because guess what? I am in couples counseling in my mind, right? I am in couples counseling with money because I have realized that I have not had the best relationship with money. And so it is about unpacking, for me, my reaction, my beliefs, you know, how I was raised, how I was raised to think about money, how I was raised to use money, how money I saw money being used. And ask yourself to really sit and ask yourself with this idea of, depending on how you react to money walking in the room, is it any wonder if you're struggling with money? Is it any wonder that money is not attracted to you because you're just kind of mean, or you don't even acknowledge it, or you are, like, not grateful for it? And when I say things like not grateful for it, it's like, money comes in and you're like, oh, this isn't enough, right? And rightfully so, right? You could say, like, legitimately, if you're like, I have bills to pay and I just got, payment for a session, and you're like, this isn't enough. The reality is that no, it's not enough, right? To pay your bills, right? And so the sense is that, imagine though that money kind of doesn't know that. Imagine that money comes in the room and you're like, right? How do you think money would feel if that was the response every time it came to you? It would not necessarily be telling all of its friends, you got to come over here, right? You did. And I try to say to a person, imagine that it is, your spouse. Imagine if every time you came home, your spouse was like, what, did you not do the dishes? Like, what's for dinner? What, like I don't, like, this isn't good enough. This isn't good enough. Like, this meal sucks, right? I think as a therapist, we would be like, ooh, that sounds a little bit abusive. That sounds like a toxic, maybe, relationship. And let's work through that, right? I mean, some people be like, you got to leave the relationship, blah, 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 right? But whatever it is, ask yourself, do the exercise of asking yourself, how are you feeling when money comes in the room? Again, do you roll your eyes? Do you just say, like, this is awful, this is not enough, this isn't good enough, what am I supposed to do with this, right? Like, just ask yourself how you talk about money, how you talk about just the concept of having it, your beliefs around, is it good to make money? Again, this is a thing I think as a therapist has been one of my biggest struggles, because you say, I'm in this profession to help, and it feels like it's hurtful to make money off of people's pain. And I carried that for a long time. But then I also had to think about, well, what is that messaging saying to money? Oh, you don't need me. Oh, then you don't need me. Like, you're just going to be a monk, or you're going to be, like, living off the land or being a starving artist. You don't need me, so I'm just going to go somewhere else, right? And so when I look at it that way, it changes the way that you talk about money, the changes the way that you have beliefs about money. And so that is my tip for you for this activity. And this is two parts. So I want you to have a conversation with money. And then I want you to journal about what are the things that you need to do to heal your money story. Because if you're watching this, and again, I don't want to say everybody, but I think we all have a money story. And if you are not in the best place where you want to be financially, I think it starts with healing the relationship with money. And like I said, I'm in couples counseling with money because I have not been I have not been the best steward of it. I have not been the most generous or appreciative steward of it. And so my task is changing myself so that I can be a good partner to money, right? And I always say this to people who are looking for love. It's like, would you date you? You have to work on yourself so that you become an attractive partner to somebody that you want to be in a relationship with, the job that you want, the whatever. Asking yourself, what is the work that you need to do to become a good partner to money? So that's like 2 days worth. So, and I would love to hear your comments and what are your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.